Looking for the best keyboards for beginner students that pass the piano teacher test? You're in the right place. Hello beautiful teachers and students, my name is Nicola and I'm a piano teacher in Dublin in Ireland, and on this channel I share tips and ideas for music teachers to help make your lessons more engaging and help you have more fun. If you've ever had a piano parent, potential student's parent, ask you about starting lessons without buying a piano or a keyboard right away, you may have been frustrated. I feel your pain. Maybe they just have a junky toy at home, like one that lights up in the colors of the rainbow, except some of the keys aren't even working, so some of the colors of the rainbow are missing, and there's note names written on the keys, and it's sitting on the floor. I know, it's annoying. But let's look at this from the parent's perspective for a moment. There's a reason they're asking this question. They are going to invest money in piano lessons, yes. But the physical object feels like a more permanent physical investment. And while they're still going to invest the money in the piano lessons, they're not confident enough that their child is going to stick with lessons in order to put that investment into a physical object. After all, we know kids have phases and things they try out and they change every day. So we can kind of empathize with the fact that they don't want to invest that much money right off the bat. But what is the minimum that they can invest to have a good home practice instrument that passes our piano teacher test, that satisfies us, and that means that they can practice and still get the most out of lessons? Because after all, they are going to invest their money in lessons, and we know that it's not worth it if they cannot practice at home. So let me give you my basic suggestions for a digital piano that will work as a good practice instrument, a solid instrument for the first at least several years of lessons, if not more in some cases. My caveat with all of these are all sub $1,000/euro options, but you must get them with the furniture stand. A furniture stand is like a permanent looking stand, and ideally you would get it with the pedal unit attached at the bottom. Now, when parents look at the difference in price between the furniture stand options and the X stand or the just buying it, the keyboard on its own options, they might be tempted to go the other way. They might be tempted to go for some of the deals that include headphones and an X stand and all these things that look like they're useful. But the furniture stand is the best option. So make sure that your parents understand the value of that investment in the stand as well as the keyboard. To get specific on models, I would recommend either the Yamaha P series, which means it's a P and then a number. P105 is the older one, P115, now they've moved on from that. They're all different numbers. P35 is the much older one. All of them are basically fine. Sure, there's a difference between P35 versus 105, which is what I have, and I'm sure the newer ones are more spectacular still. However, they're all pretty similar, so I wouldn't fuss too much about what the number is. Just make sure that it is compatible with the furniture stand option and the pedal board at the bottom, and make sure to get it with those because they're going to be cheaper to buy as a bundle altogether right from the get-go. Even if that furniture stand costs almost as much, not quite, but close to the same as the keyboard itself in some cases. Option number 2, if you can't get your hands on a Kawai P series, those are really durable and robust, so I do recommend them. But if you can't get your hands on those, then you could go for something like the Kawai ES110, or if you just prefer Kawai. That's not going to be like this beautiful Kawai right here, but it is a perfectly serviceable practice instrument for students. Again, make sure you get the furniture stand, or you could go for the Roland FP30. Roland is just not my personal favorite. I know it's many piano teachers' personal favorite, so this isn't anything this is not an unbiased opinion. It's totally biased. I prefer Kawai for the higher end. I prefer Yamaha for the cheaper ones in general because I think they're a little bit more durable, and the Kawai is a better sound quality if you are investing that much money. However, many teachers would say the same thing about Roland, so that's a great option as well. Any of those, you can't go too far wrong, so get the one that's the most budget friendly for you in your area, or advise your parents to buy whichever one is available to them at that time. Now, if you're really stuck, you can get something like the Thomann DP33. The sound quality is not going to be the same, but the keys are at least weighted. It comes with a furniture stand and it will save you a few €100. However, I think anything less than that, I don't think it's worth purchasing. I think your parents would be better off waiting to start lessons and saving that money that they were going to spend on tuition on the instrument. But more on that in a moment. Let's say they have a bit more money. Which direction should we go then? Well, assuming that they still want a keyboard, a digital piano, something with a plug, rather than an acoustic, since you've landed on this video, I'm sure you know about acoustic pianos, then I would be going for around 2K, 2000-ish, depending on where you are. I would be going for something like the Kawai CA49, the Concert Artist series. The 49 I think is the first one, and I think I have the 48 right behind me. I'm not sure if that's a 48 or a 49 if I'm honest, but it's one or the other, and that's a great option. It's not as good as something like the hybrid right here, but that's going to set you out a lot more. In between those, you would have the Kawai CA99, which is getting a bit closer, and that's around 4K. Or you can start to look at the Yamaha Avant Grande if you're getting a little bit above that. Or then you can look at this gorgeous Novus NV10. That's another option for you as well. So I'm going to link in the description below to our guide article. That is a great one to send to parents who don't understand these terms and want a little bit of assistance with, weighted keys and furniture stands and all of this kind of stuff. And if you've any follow-up questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to help you out.